In Lauren, let me tell
Okay, we're live.
oh, we're
Welcome.
live. We're going to be live in a moment. The show will about to begin.
I can do it more too.
The audience is coming in, and it's been a while. We've got to welcome everybody.
Everybody, welcome.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wow.
Welcome to our old friends and our new friends. And
Very
we
grateful to be here. Hello, everyone. My goodness, it's been a while.
Wow.
Wow. If you could, while we're doing the intros and stuff, give a shout out, maybe state your location, where you're connecting from. It's always nice to know where in the world we're being heard, we're being seen. My goodness, it's been a while. Oh, wow. So, Monty and Amy, how are you? How have you been?
we're good. We had like a whirlwind summer here in the fabulous Hamptons. You know, everything was alive and parties. We picked and choose. Believe me, we can't go to too many things, but we balanced work and play. I mean, I was living with this guy, so it was a party all the time.
How many books did you write this summer?
I can't remember.
I don't think we wrote one. We might have written more than
Oh,
one.
you know what we did? We finished editing on the Zerner Farber Tarot. Some of you might have had that. That came out like in 1992 or 3.
It's the little cards.
It's a little palm-sized version of our Enchanted Tarot, and it's going to come with a book about reversals. And so that's coming out in March. And then in November, we have the Art of Affirmations. But our Intuition Oracle just came out, so we're celebrating, and we're going to do readings for everybody. So I guess put your questions in the chat the way we used to. The way we want you to phrase the question is, what will empower me to deal with this situation? Or what message do you have for me? You can just get a general message. The cards work with affirmations and we'll read the cards the way we read them. And Jeff, did you get your copy?
I got my copy. I have my mini book here, and I have the cards right over here. So yes.
Do you feel comfortable using them? Because you can revert to Creativity Oracle.
Well, I have I happen to have the Creativity Oracle as my backup, and for that matter, I also have. I did find my Vibe Away. I have to say, the last time I saw you, I mentioned Vibe Away. This was the, and of course, it looks much nicer when it's not sun faded. But I must say, this is a classic product. Intuitively obvious to me, and poo on Sterling for not promoting as much as they could have, because everyone needs their own Vibe Away. Let me tell you.
It's true.
We invented that because we were in kind of a creepy hotel room one time. We said we need Vibe Away, so we had to invent it.
Right.
But it works for all kinds of vibes.
We need it today because we had a big rainstorm and we had trouble getting on, and we weren't on the internet until 10 seconds before we let everybody into the
But
room.
everything works out, right? As usual. What's in the stars for that? There's lots of retrogrades, right?
Yeah, everything's going retrograde. Mars is in Gemini for 7 months. I mean, it's just it's a lot of fun.
So the Mars retrograde, that's busy.
Yeah, it's like
get busy.
It's power to the duality. So the duality is kicking everybody's ass now.
Wow, we have like 50 plus people here now, so maybe we'll just do a formal kickoff of the show. And there's, well, first of all, to everyone who's watching, welcome to the summer edition of Ask the Oracles. It's been a while. I'm Jeff Pulver. This is Monty and Amy, and they have a plethora of products, of information to share, and just love to be present with. And so for those of you who are here for the very, very first time, Ask the Oracles is available, by the way, on YouTube. You can watch past episodes, and sometimes we're speaking with other oracles. Sometimes we listen to you and answer your questions. And today happens to be one of those episodes where we will answer a general question. And like usual, please, no politics and no health questions, please. So before we get going with the questions, and I know you have stuff coming out, and we're celebrating the launch of the Intuition Oracle. How, beyond the summer stuff, I mean, how are you guys doing? How are you feeling? Are you doing okay?
We're very excited about
something that is your fault,
and something that is the fault of Ask the Oracles in general.
We,
And
you guys
something
know
of the
when,
fault of one of the people that is actually in the gallery.
is she here?
She is.
Yes, yes, I believe us.
This is a beautiful Anne Marie. So Anne Marie watched us a little bit over the time that we did Ask the Oracles, and she wrote us one day. She wrote to Jeff because she's an old friend of Jeff. You know, do you guys have a documentary about you? I said, no. So anyhow, long story short, we've been filming our documentary. So we're kind of excited. And Anne Marie is such a gem and beautiful person to work with and has such great ideas. She's looking at us fresh, you know, because you can't do a documentary about yourself, right?
No,
No.
well, that's a
Oh,
no.
Anyhow, if you guys, if there's any ideas you have, I want you to put in the chat about what you would like to see in a
Yeah,
documentary about us. And you might give us some good ideas to add to the mix.
right. Well, there's always Amy cooking. We could do a whole documentary
Yeah,
on that.
but
Yeah, we sort of do.
and then there's the bunnies and the birds in the garden.
Yeah,
They
we're-
could take up a lot of space.
but I'm sure everybody is very excited about the Intuition Oracle. I know the people at Union Square Publishing are. That's the new name for Barnes and Noble's publishing arm that used to be called Sterling. And we are looking forward to answering questions because we haven't
so before we actually start answering questions, could you,
that.
before we do that, could we just tell us the inspiration behind the creation of the Intuition Oracle and why, you know, because I read the book, I read the introduction, but I'm just curious from your side, like what was the hit that you had to create this and help people find their inner guidance?
Thank
Well,
you, Jen.
Thank you, Jeff. That's great. Without your intuition, all the other oracles, all your other skills, all your other abilities are useless because there's going to come a time when you're not going to have enough information to make a good decision. And your intuition has to be part of your decision-making mix.
And for other people too. I mean, if you have relationships, you want to be the best oracle for them. I want to have the best advice from Monte and vice versa. And we have to navigate our life. Sometimes we don't have time to research everything about the decisions that come up in a daily way. So we have to exercise our intuition. And it's common that we don't trust it, right? I mean, whether it's our culture or education that kind of makes us doubt our intuition all the time. So using an oracle, this particular oracle strengthens that trust, you know, and that it just comes. I mean, now we've honed ours. So if we have to, you know, sometimes I have an issue, like I want to do something, but something stops me from doing it. And that's my intuition. It's like, I'm supposed to do this tomorrow and schedule it, but something's stopping me. I know how to listen to that voice inside of me. And we all have different ways of listening. Sometimes it's pictures that we see, and sometimes something that we hear. It's a little movie. You have to be in touch with that, make friends with your intuition. And so our deck, which is very rich, you know, I put a lot into my artwork. So when you're using an oracle, you want it to speak to you. You want the colors to speak to you. You want to see the signs and symbols in each card. And another thing during the pandemic that we got in touch with, because we were all so alone and kind of isolated, to really think and examine our inner voice, our inner dialogue, you know, our habitual ways of thinking. So on each card, there's an affirmation that confronts you with, how do you feel about this affirmation to get what you want? For instance, that's a joyful affirmation. This is like the first step in reading the cards that you can do quick. And then the book has stories about each card, what goes on in the imagery. But an affirmation is, we might think it's a light, superficial way of using your spiritual wisdom, but it's actually a mirror for how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your situation. So we have to examine and be mindful of all that's going on in our minds. You know, when we ask a question, am I going to get this job? You have to think about your doubts about that. Think about your self-esteem about it, your confidence about it. Think about, is this really the right decision for you? And all those issues that come up when we're confronted with our goals, right?
Wow. And the art's amazing.
Thank you.
The art is amazing.
It's what we do. We make oracles. It's just our, that's our business, right?
Well, I think everybody knows at least one of our products, and the
Everybody
intuition,
here.
yeah, and the intuition oracle is a way of enhancing your use of all of our products, and the affirmations and divinations and oracle systems of everybody, because today things are so confusing. I mean, the term fake news is itself fake at this point, and if you don't have intuition, you're not going to be able to separate the wheat from the chaff. Though I wouldn't know chaff if I felt over it.
Well, Jeff, I know you've honed your intuition, and
Yeah.
it's something that's important to you. And, you know, it's a gift. We all have that gift, but you do have to use it or else you lose it.
And intuition is sort of not gender neutral, but it's a neutral term rather than ESP or psychic or whatever.
That's right.
Because Jeff, you're a psychic person.
Yeah, right.
You are, you see? The people rest, ladies and
We
gentlemen.
want to embrace our intuition. This is a natural gift.
And
And
we're
it's really about listening to your heart. I know, you know, I value that, you know, when I'm creating, I want to listen to this and not so much to my head. And my approach to intuition is the same.
I want people to know that the reason there's a problem with the word intuition is because it used to be women's intuition. All this is in the introduction to the book.
You know, he lets it fly.
Yeah, I've always been a feminist, and that is one of the reasons that intuition is not as valued as book learning, if you know what I mean.
And there's the other side of, though, of having intuition and then being open to sharing it. And there's a very big wide gap between people who have feelings and then still they can't rationalize with how they feel, so they go with what appears logical or what other people tell them, and they don't let themselves guide themselves. And there's I believe for everyone a transitional period where their intuition is saying go right, the left, the logically you should go left, and they of course go straight ahead because they can't make a decision what to do. And then they realize I should have gone left. And it's not about being right or wrong about this, right? It's just having the strength to find your direction and stay with it. And then, you know, as an oracle, being able to help guide others, it takes a lot to when people are going to ask questions today and any day, to be able to first hear a question, answer it, that takes something. And then, of course, being able to respond. And then, of course, on the other side of it, you know, be careful of the questions you ask, because you need to be prepared for the answers you get. And that some people don't always appreciate that sometimes you ask a question thinking you know the answer, when in fact the intuition says
You want a certain answer, you know, it
yeah,
doesn't.
you want a certain answer, but you're not getting that because I mean, you may get that, but on the other hand, be prepared. You need to be open. So there's the other side of asking is being prepared for stuff. So it's wonderful. So would you like to start? Would you like to, so Lauren, I'd like to introduce my sister, Lauren Pulver, who is a producer of today's show.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Thank you, Lauren, for managing the questions. So this is a different format of question. We're looking for general questions from people, not specific questions, or?
Well, we want to give, because this particular deck is full of archetypes, so we want them to what archetypes should they embrace today to deal with whatever issue or question they're having. And we can, you know, sort of riff on that and show you how it works.
And I'll answer the question psychically.
You don't need no cards.
Well,
Yeah, I'm with you. If I have an answer to add to that, I will add as well. But I do have the cards to assist.
Okay, so the thing that I have a question for all of my oracles. Would you like me to bring the person forward into your circle so you can see them?
I want to look them in the eye.
And then they will ask the question themselves. Is that correct?
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay,
As long as they don't go on as long as I do.
so
Yeah, I think we have to set a limit of asking a question no more than 90 seconds so that we can get at least 18 in today.
Oh, wow, Jeff.
Jeff with the calculator.
I'm just doing the calculations, how much time we have on the clock, how
oh
many
my
people
God,
have come
and
through.
we have more than 18. So, you know, if we can get this going, we have
I'm gonna sail through your
26
questions.
Can we stay late?
26 people who are asking questions.
All right, enough of that. All right, well, we'll be fast.
So,
We'll just ask.
It's not that you need to be fast, you just need to be concise.
Oh, no, yes.
Maybe.
Okay, but here's the thing, and everybody should understand this. The more concisely you answer the question, the more time you have for the answer.
Go.
First up today is, let me find her. Where is she? Oh, and when you're brought in order for us to see you, you have to turn your, you got to turn your camera on so we can add you to the spotlight. And we'll add, whoops, sorry, this is the wrong Rose, sorry. Wrong one, sorry, Roz. That happens sometimes too. Okay, here's Rose, and she would like to ask her question concisely. Go to it, Rose, on mute.
Hi, Rose.
Hi, how are you? Is the luggage that was lost on my trip from Israel ever going to be found? Please.
Is the what? I'm sorry.
The luggage is the luggage that she lost from her trip to Israel ever going to be found?
I heard no.
I heard a no also.
Okay, there you go. Next. Sorry,
I mean,
Rose.
sorry. I mean, it's
Sorry.
easy for me to say. I realize that makes it an emotional experience. But well, as to what Jeff said, you got to say what you hear. So as much as I'd love to say yes, no, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
I'm
Next.
sorry. Ask the Oracles is not for sissies, apparently. Welcome
Sorry
to
about that. Next question, Lauren.
the green version of Ask the Oracles, where if you don't like your answer, talk to the sergeant.
Hey, now we can only speak our truth. That is all we can do. Lauren, I can't hear you, but
Here.
could you unmute, please, Lauren? Who's next?
Or sorry, Melinda's next.
Melinda?
Where's Melinda?
Where's
We missed
Melinda?
Melinda.
We haven't seen her in a while.
Love you, Melinda. You're
Where is she, though?
such a good
She
artist.
should be right there. Melinda, you need to unmute, please. Okay, there you go.
Hi,
There we
Melinda.
go. Basically, needing advice because I'm selling my New York apartment. So I have been showing it. We've been showing it for 4 weeks only in a very slow season. And the real estate broker asked us to lower the price. And I said, no, I'm not ready for that. However, if there's a huge crash within the next, 6 or 8 months or whatever, maybe it would be wise to do it. But I feel that I should pretty much hold the price. And that's what I'm asking advice about.
What you got?
Okay, I got the sovereign, so that's why you have to stick to your guns. The message that says no one has dominion over me. So in other words, the broker shouldn't have the final say in this case, right?
Okay, that sounds great. Yeah.
And also, I think your intuition is speaking strongly to you.
It has been, but once again, and my friends also advised the same thing. But, I wanted reinforcement and I really trust you guys so much. So I wanted to run it by you.
It's good to get a second opinion. That's what we're here for.
Don't do any lowering until after the elections in November, because New York might be on the upswing.
That sounds like good advice. Thank you so much, Monty. And that's really it. I, of course, am wondering, if you have any time frame that it might
Wait till
be
November.
sold.
Yeah. Wait till November. Wait till after November, beginning of November, for sure.
The elections are occurring on a full lunar eclipse, so there's going to be reversals. That's
Okay.
the technology lesson for today, everybody.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I really
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Melinda.
Yay, is Lucinda next? We're seeing all our old buddies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
welcome back.
Really so nice to see you.
Thank you.
It
We
fills
feel
my
good.
heart.
So my question is, I just would like a little general feedback on my creative goals.
Well,
Okay.
since I know
Very
you're a
much.
writer,
The dreamer. I get the dreamer.
Right.
So to me, that says that you have to dream on it, like ask a question before you fall asleep. And then whatever fragment of the dream that you remember when you wake up, it's going to be the answer and the direction for you. So it's telling you to be even more in touch with your real dreams in life of what you want to accomplish, but also your sleeping dreams that can give you the messages. And I know your work is very dreamlike anyway.
Yeah, it is.
sorry, Jeff, are we overriding?
Oh, wait.
We're
I'm
not
so
giving you a
excited about
chance.
my intuition. already.
It's okay. I'm pulling cards from this. I'm trying to figure out how to best read it. But I'm going with your. I like where it goes. It's good.
Well, okay. I
You take
also,
the next one first.
yeah, and I want to just say, Lucinda, that the Dreamer is the 52nd of 52 cards. So
It's a
I would
culmination.
take that as a culmination that things are almost happening.
Ah, great. Thank you.
Yes.
I
Thank you.
Okay, Lauren, who's on deck?
It looks like Amanda's. Rochelle's here. Rochelle, hi Rochelle. How are you?
Hi, so good to see everybody.
Nice to see you.
We
Quick
put the band back together.
I'm taking this course with a person with a group. The head of it is Shez. So, how would I? Is this a great opportunity for me? Let's just use it as that.
You said the head of it has what?
No, the person who's leading it, his name is Shez, Shez.
Oh, I thought you said he had been shed. Okay.
No. So, is this a good opportunity, and how can I best work with him?
You know, that's a compound question, though. We really got to
Okay.
figure it. One question.
How can I best work with him?
That's better.
Hmm.
So
Are you
Jeff,
going,
you're
Jeff?
up.
Well, all right. So I'll just say that without pulling a card, because you guys, I'll just say that the best way you can work with him is to be open to listening to what he's saying, and not finish his sentence. Let him complete his thought. Let him finish his talk, and then respond to him, because you may think you know where he's going some of the time, but he needs you to attach to him energetically, so that you want to listen to him and then act, as opposed to pre-act.
Good answer. And it goes with what we got.
Of course.
If anybody wants to see the cards a little bigger, if you put it on speaker view, that means when we talk, you'll see our screen big.
So this is called the Tamer.
The Tamer, and it's exactly what Jeff was just saying, because on the back it says, with my new glass,
I believe my cause to be just without anger at those who disagree. So during the talk, there's going to be things you don't like, things that trigger you, but it's going to be a challenge to you to tame your emotions about it. And you're going to see him as a tamer, as a different way of looking at all these things that are the topic of the conversation. Does that make sense?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
That was wonderful. Thank
we're
you.
moving through. We're blasting.
We're going to do it.
The oracles are blasting
We're
through.
warmed up. Hi. Hi, June.
Hi, June. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, you might be muted. As a matter of fact, you're definitely muted.
Yeah, just one moment.
Mute?
Yeah,
Am
now
I
I hear you.
on mute?
There you go. Okay. And
Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to know, what should I know about my move?
your move. Okay.
That's a good way to ask. What should you know about your move?
I like it when Jeff goes first.
Yeah, let him go first. I'm just picking.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go old school on this,
Okay.
just because I can.
You mean creativity oracle?
Cute cat.
That's right. I'm going old school using a creativity oracle, and regarding your interesting. I don't. But your move. Okay. Well, these are the three words I got: were risk, nature, and pitch.
Wow.
Huh.
Are you
So
gonna?
I have no context to where this comes from.
And pitch is the last word, P-I-T-C.
Yeah, be clear, concise, and professional as you can be when you explain ideas. So I'm curious, relative to your move, what was the driving force for the move?
Well, I want to get out of Seattle, but also I'm pitching my book. So, hey, that's
So
very
maybe you got a compound answer without asking a compound question. That I love. Go ahead, guys.
We got the emperor, which is definitely to be, I am worthy of respect because I am respectful of all.
All right.
So when,
So move like an emperor.
I think you're gonna feel like the king of your castle or the queen of your castle. That's what the emperor is.
And I'd also like to point out to everyone that no matter whose oracle you use, if the cards or the oracle or your spirits feel like they only got one shot to get to you, they'll answer a question you're not asking.
Right.
They will answer the most important question in your life if they feel like they only got one shot. That's why you got to buy your own.
Also, you can use these in conjunction with each other. It's fun to use them with the creativity oracle or the enchanted tarot or the wild goddess oracle. You can pick different layers of what you're asking about. I mean, it really becomes like peeling the onion because you get one answer, then you want to know more about how to deal with that if that happens. So you're really talking to your higher self when you use the oracle.
Well, thank you for joining and thank you for asking a
Thank you very
question today.
And thank you everybody for saying such nice things about our new deck. Thank you.
Hello, Lisa. Welcome to Ask
Hey,
the Oracle. So
Lisa.
please unmute and ask your question.
Yay! Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. So I struggle with my Pisces and Virgos placements, always fighting each other like these sister wives that they are. But what message do you have for me in regards to my creative endeavors in voice acting?
Okay.
Creative endeavors in what? Voice?
Voiceover acting.
You're multi-talented, I know.
She's also a
Thank you.
sunset.
Oh, look, we got the warrior for you.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess it's to apply your martial arts skills to the whole, to your whole life.
Yeah. Yep. You say that all the time to me too.
And just
Sorry, go
and
ahead.
Ella, and I pull to that the angel. I have faith in my ability to help myself and others.
Warrior
Awesome.
angel equals the angel Michael, as far as I know.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know if this is true for you, but you know, when we're creative people and pitching our stuff and getting rejections, and you start to question, you know, is it really good?
Mhm.
You know, is this really right for me? But you got to persevere, you know, so that's what Jeff, you just got. And for the
Mhm.
warrior, it says, I ask for what I want because I deserve to get what I want. So that's a
Awesome.
big one. It sounds
Yay.
simple, but it's good to say to yourself that you
Cool.
truly deserve it.
No,
Awesome.
you know, we've said before that if you're trying to do anything, you're going to be rejected until you're accepted, unless you're accepted on the first time. So it's part of the process. I don't have to tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you've been hit a lot.
Well, she knows how to hit back.
Well, there you go. That is the metaphor.
That's it. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thanks for being part of Ask the Oracles.
Oh my God, it's Judith.
Oh my
Hello,
God.
Judith. Hey, please unmute yourself. I see you, but we can't hear you. Please unmute. Please unmute.
Thank you for contacting us from the Crystal Realms.
Love those crystals. My goodness.
Okay, miss you guys. Mwah!
And this is Nico.
So I guess I'm going to be the third question regarding moving. You've
Oh, wow.
already said we all should like hold off until after November, so
Well,
that's a good.
That's for selling if you own your apartment.
I
Definitely.
do own my apartment, and I want to get out of here. January is going to be 40 years that I'm in this POS.
Well, listen, even Moses didn't do more than 30 years in the desert, so I think 40 years is okay.
Good, well, sort of good point. I'll roll with that. I'll roll with that. By the way, I just ordered your deck. While we were typing away.
Thank you so much. We eat tonight.
So we'll answer your question then.
Okay, so am I gonna get out of here?
Yeah, definitely.
Said the Joker to the thief.
So before January or after January?
Well, ever.
Oh, you
I'll
did?
take ever.
Well, Jeff knows. I saw him nodding his head.
Yes, you are. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, a person as powerful as yourself, once you flip the switch, you're out.
So I got the manifester for you, Judith.
Oh, me likey.
So it says I manifest what I see in my mind's eye. So you got to do that, you know, thing where you meditate on it and see it.
Quantum affirmations, baby. Quantum
That's
affirmations.
I know you know.
They work. What can
She
I tell?
knows.
Okay, no, it's just good to get affirmation from outside sources. It's like going to a doctor for second, third opinions.
I
Yeah.
totally agree.
You got this.
Thank you.
You totally
Thank
got
you.
this. Thank you.
Mwah, love you.
So nice to see you.
Ask the oracles, real
Oh,
estate.
thank you for asking a question on Ask the Oracles today. And now, Amy, who we can't see. Whoa.
Sorry,
Welcome to Ask the Oracles.
I got a new computer. I don't know how to use it yet.
What's your question?
What is the best way for me to go about finding a job that will make me happy.
Now, that's a question we can all ask.
Well, I get the patience card. It says I can endure whatever twists and turns life brings me, right?
Well, I'm 62, so I've got that mastered.
I'm sure. It's telling you to be more patient, though. Can you do that?
Yes, but I
Like that either.
Yeah,
I
everything.
still-
I don't like that.
I need guidance about what kind of direction. I don't know how to.
Well, it says patience, so sometimes not deciding is a decision.
Because of the answer's not there yet. The opportunity is not there yet. So if you're a little more patient, it will become clear. So
Right.
sometimes it's still misty and you can't clarify it yet.
Yeah, you got to wait before you make a decision.
And I'll just add to that when you have the opportunity to take a job, listen to your own voice. Don't just say yes because it seems convenient, but actually listen to yourself, because intuitively you will know whether or not this is for you or not. And rather than taking something because it's there, that your heart's not in it, you will be presented the opportunity to say yes, and it is aligned with you, and it requires patience.
And timing makes champions.
But how do you apply for jobs that just arrive?
Well, if something comes in and you like it, then there you go. But if nothing's coming in that you like, it's telling you to wait.
And how do you apply? It's really applying your mind and applying yourself and allowing yourself to dream and allowing yourself to manifest what it is you want. Because I'm not saying you're going to someone's going to magically go online and request a job opportunity for yourself, but you'd be amazed what happens when you believe in something. The path opens up and you are reached, and it happens all the time. So I wish you much success in your job quest. You will get what you want. Just believe that you will find it, and it will be discovered.
Thank you very much. Bless you.
Thank you for being part of Ask the Oracles.
Thank you.
Michelle Welch, look at this. Hello, Michelle.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Michelle.
what's
How
that
are
hanging
you?
above your head?
Your tapestry.
Cool.
I wish I could zoom around, but the room's a mess because we had a roof leak last night. But thank God it was on the other side. So all the Amy Zerner work is safe.
Aw,
Thank you,
thank you.
Michelle.
It's so great to see you. We have a genuine mind, body, spirit superstar.
How
asking
can
a
we help
question.
you who help so many?
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Wait a minute,
I
we're
just
not allowed to answer questions like that.
You're on center stage.
that was my question. One question. Is it my turn? Maybe that's the question. Thank you all, first of all, and I want to ask you for general information from your new deck. I love it. So just whatever message I need to hear, am I allowed to ask that, or do I have to have
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Anything you want. With Amy Zerner's tapestry hanging in the background, you can ask anything.
This is very, I get chills. I get the mentor,
Yes.
which you are, right?
Oh, wow. And I pulled this, I did shuffle the deck, and I got the angel, which you are.
Which you definitely are.
So you have to think about those two things. The mentor says, I respect and learn from the wisdom of my elders.
And the affirmation for the angels, I have faith in my ability to help myself and others.
Thank you very much.
It's about elders and others.
Sorry, you're a lot younger than us, but if you want, we can make you a sort of a.
We're her elders. She
But-
looks to us sometimes.
But I'm just saying she can think of herself as an elder, even though she's not old.
That's true. You're older than other people. Well, you do. You have so many young people that work for you.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you think you're a mentor. Think of yourself as a mentor. That's a message the cards want you to embrace.
Thank you.
And I guess one other part of it is don't say no to your light. Embrace your light that you have, that you know that you have. Sometimes you may, I won't say deny it, but not necessarily embrace it. That you're being humble. You sometimes hide your light when actually it needs to be brighter, because others benefit when your light is present. So please allow yourself to be seen and to be felt.
Thank you for that. It's good to see all of you.
Love you.
Love
Love
you.
you.
Love you too. Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you for being part of Ask the Oracles. Hello. But you got please unmute. You're good.
Bahia? How do you pronounce your name?
But she's
Bahia?
but she's still muted.
You have to unmute.
please.
There's a button in the lower left with a microphone.
There you go. Oh,
Almost.
Lauren, you can't unmute the person,
I
huh?
don't know. We can ask to unmute, but we can't unmute.
I see. Well, there we go. There we go. She's good.
Hello, welcome.
Hello, how are you?
Nice to see you. Welcome.
It's so good to see you, Jeff.
Nice to see you. Are you in Nova Scotia?
I am.
Welcome to Ask the Oracles. How
Thank you.
how can we help?
Okay, I just wanted to say hello to Anne and Monty. Jeff gifted me your karma cards many years ago, which I still have. So
thank you.
my question is, I wrote two, but I would like some advice on, I'm stepping into a new space creatively and looking for any guidance because it feels very expansive.
That's good, right?
Yes, but it's moving me out of my comfort zone.
Well, I think this is the fake it till you make it card. It's the it's the actor.
Act as if.
Yeah.
If you know what you're doing, and then
Right.
you will eventually know what you're doing.
You just described my entire career in the film business.
So it says, I know how to act properly and wisely in this situation.
I don't know why this isn't focusing. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so it's basically, you know, do what you think it's supposed to happen, and even if you're not 100% in the role yet.
Don't be a perfectionist.
Right.
And I would just add, don't be afraid. Allow the uncertainty of the opportunity to empower you to do things you never knew you could do, but you will do.
You know, people who have trouble speaking in public, they look at the people that can do it easily and they think, oh, it's so much. No, it's the same feeling everyone has. It's just that the people who do it and enjoy that feeling. It's like going on a roller coaster. So when Jeff says don't be afraid, I think it's like to embrace that fear as like a ride rather than, oh my God, they're going to cut my head off at the end.
That becomes a conduit to taking you to places that are not necessarily defined, but you're living on in the infinity side of that now. So it's good.
Like that.
Also, that's beautiful, Jeff. Also, this card means, because Monty wrote so much about each card, we have the art of the matter, which is the story, and then the heart of the matter. So the first part of the heart of the matter, which is how to interpret it in a reading, it's time to become aware of the politics of your situation. Life is a game and games have rules. Sometimes appearances are very important and style is as important as substance. So somehow with this new job, you know, style is important. Know what the game is. You're going to play a political game, obviously. I'm sure that probably makes sense to you.
You know, when I was first in the film business doing security work, I dressed with like a leather coat and a Pershing belt and all that, you know, letting the clothes, like the motorcycle cops. You dress the part because they dress the way they do, the motorcycle police, to intimidate you, letting the clothes do the work. So that's what it's all about. Sometimes style is as important as the substance.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Bia. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for being part of Ask the Oracles.
Is she a poker player with you? She has a good poker face. No tells.
We don't know yet.
Not saying a word.
Not saying a word. Okay, gotcha.
Marty, how are you? Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome
It's so
back.
good to see everybody. It really is. My question was how to best manage the move I plan to make in October.
Okay.
That's a good question.
We don't have a card that says the mover. Maybe we should have.
We should have.
Independence.
Oh, that's really interesting. So it's anything that increases your independence is good. Anything that doesn't is not good.
And also don't think that it's taking away from your independence.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I would just add to that your strength. To be strong, to allow yourself as an independent to be strong and state your mind. Don't be afraid to be you.
Thank you. I think you just answered an unasked question also.
I understand that.
Thank you. Thank you both. It's good to see all of you. Love you.
Everyone too. Love you too.
Marty.
Thanks for being part of Ask the Oracles.
This I didn't realize how much I missed this, so we're
I
doing it.
know.
Well, welcome back. Oh my goodness. So you're in the Hamptons right now?
Yeah, I'm here till November. Yeah.
Yay.
Cool.
There's a busy season here for me. Lots of art stuff going on. That was my question. I recently got involved with a dealer here, and I was approached by someone told me to stay away from him because he was not trustworthy. And so my question is, what's your guys' take on it? My gut is to telling me that what I told him is very simple. Anything that leaves the studio has to be paid for before it leaves the studio.
Sounds
You
good.
know, it's very unusual, you know, for a dealer, because usually they'll have it in their gallery. But he has a couple of people. I was in an art show with him.
We have to answer.
Yeah,
because we have more questions to answer.
We don't really need to know unless you the answer.
What's your take?
Well, you know what I heard my guys asking is, who do you trust more, the dealer or the guy who's telling you the dealer's got a problem?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know either one of these guys very well. So I seem to believe the guy who told me that the deal is a problem.
You trust him more?
More than the dealer.
Well, if you don't trust him a lot, I say don't listen to anybody and then just go by what your gut instinct says. And of course, what Amy pulls for the intuition oracle.
Well, I get the lustful.
Whoa. All right. This is a family show here.
Well, the lustful means what are you lusting for? You know, what's seducing? What's your real desire here? You know, so that even if you think the guy's untrustworthy, you might want to go for it just because you want this so badly, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And of course, to add to that, I got the warrior.
Wow.
Well, I'm seeming to be in phase, which is I ask for what I want because I deserve what I get. I deserve what I want, I should say. And so yeah, so I would listen to, if you can't tell, if you don't know if either one is the best one, listen to yourself, because I think you are your best guide. You are intuitive, and I really would, you know, you will find I am absolutely confident you'll do the right thing for yourself.
Well, also that warrior means you're going to get it. It might not be this person,
but you'll get it.
Yeah.
Because you want it, you know, but don't be seduced by, you know, appearances or promises.
Yeah. Good advice. I got it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank
you know,
you.
I can make me know what I already know.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Help me know what I already know. Okay.
Michelle Marie
Will.
wearing her Amy Zerner jacket.
Oh my God, another superstar of the mind, body, spirit industry.
Do you know
Oh
what?
my goodness. Hello, Michelle.
Her husband bought one of my jackets for her as a surprise and presented it to her on Facebook Live. And I was watching. That was pretty cool.
One of her originals.
I absolutely love it. It's the success card from the Creativity Oracle.
It fits you so perfect. I mean, I
It
love
does.
Bright colors too.
How's your summer? How are you? And do you have a question?
My summer is fabulous. It's so good to see you guys. Oh, it's just wonderful. My question is, Saturn is about to go over my moon January of 2023 and then again in November. And I'm wondering what that energy looks like, what I can expect. And it's in my 10th house.
Oh.
Hello, Monty.
Well, Saturn over the moon is always difficult. But it can mean problems with women, but it could also mean, since it's in the 10th house and Saturn rules the 10th house, that it could be you getting even more well-known and
more serious about your career.
More respected, because the 10th house and Capricorn and Saturn are all about respect in various forms.
This is interesting because I know you do Vedic astrology, and that's the only sort of India persona archetype in my deck. So I think that's going to be important in your career since it's happening. Right. It's the cover.
Cover. Yeah.
The cover.
It means spectrum. So when you're asked what that's going to be like, obviously, you know, Monty's always saying that about astrology, that each meaning has a spectrum of meanings. So I think it's going to be good and tough in some ways and wonderful in other ways.
Well, I also think it could mean that since you are an expert Vedic astrologer, you might, I don't know if you would experience it from other Vedic astrologers who are who are Indian or from India, or if you might have it in
The
yourself
teacher,
thinking
yeah.
that you can't step up and say what you have come to understand that is beyond what you were taught because you're from America. You know what I mean? So that's because the card talks about rooting out prejudice in yourself. So you can actually be prejudiced in a way that might keep you from shining your light.
Interesting. Thank you.
Wow, I just was pulling cards. I pulled the card, the intuitive, of course.
Yeah.
I am tuned into the energy of those I care about. So yeah, that
That's
speaks
you.
the truth.
Yeah.
That's you, Michelle Marie.
Yeah, that's, when we did a project called the Pathfinder. I don't know if it could be done today, but it was based on First Peoples symbolism, and we did it for Tuttle. And I went on this trip to the Yucatan with the Prophets Conference, and I got to meet an Mayan elder Hunbat's men. And I asked him about it because I felt odd. There's a lot of reverse prejudice. Who am I to be talking about First People stuff? I understand that. And he said, well, we got to make thousands of shamans now. We're entering sacred times. And he gave it his blessing. And so I think that's why we don't have time to stop ourselves because of that kind of, it's not woke. That's not woke.
It's perfectionism.
Perfectionism. And to stop yourself, since I know that not only are you a great astrologer, but you're developing new concepts, and
It's unique. You're making it like an artist where you learn all these foundations and you put it together your way.
Right.
We'll just face it, 2023 will be an amazing year for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much. And Jeff, we have the same moon, so you can expect this energy too.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay.
I'll have to listen back.
That means you have to listen to Lauren.
Thank you so
Sage
much.
advice. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Love you. Lauren, I'm just curious, how are we doing on time and number and questions and stuff before we go to the next? Please.
Well, let's see. After Shem, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gets us to 20 people.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So if we can get this 8 in, then we've got 20, and everybody else who might be thinking they're on the list, I'm sorry. We did the best we could.
We did.
Always.
And we will continue doing our best. Thank you, Lauren.
Okay.
Hi, Shem. Welcome back to Ask the Oracles.
Hi, Shem.
Hi, everybody.
Great to see you.
What's your question? Whoops.
You're muted.
Oh, you muted yourself. Try again, Shem.
You're definitely muted.
You're definitely muted. I don't know how you muted, but you muted.
I will do my famous song and dance now until Shem unmutes.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Okay, great.
What's your question?
I would like a general reading to navigate the rest of the year, please.
Okay.
Homebody. To me, that means fixing up your home, making your base secure, really get into your garden and your sacred spaces and enjoy that.
I'll add to that this just jumped as I was shuffling the benefactor. I enjoy life now and take as I take steps to realize my new tomorrow.
Sounds like a good year.
Yes.
I love the homebody because I'm a homebody.
Me too. By proxy.
Right.
Thank you, Shem. Thanks for being part of Ask the Oracles.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Hey, Roz, you're back.
You're back.
Hey, Roz, but just unmute, please.
Hello, thank you very much. Lovely to see you all, guys. So Amy and Monty and Jeff. I have a kind of a general question, which is sort of what card do you have for me? I'm in the same vibe as everybody else. I'm sort of sell a house and trying to get a new job, so just to be interesting to see what comes up, so there's a few stalls along the way. So
okay, well, what I hear as a psychic when you were talking about the new job is like today, tomorrow, it's that immediate that you're gonna get a call or I mean, it was overwhelming to me as a psychic.
I pulled the storyteller, which has to do with communications, so whatever job you're going to get, it has to do with your speaking. and speaking to others and listening to others. Does that make sense? I don't know what kind of work you do.
No, well, I don't. Well, I've been applying for things, but I haven't really been getting much sort of information back. So
Maybe
so
that's
that
what
would be a surprise for me.
someone's
Well,
gonna.
I'll just add to what Monty and Amy said is that I think you actually get more than one offer, and just be aligned that the offer you get is something you want to do, as opposed to feel like you have to do. Because you're going to be much more successful when there's an internal alignment between the job opportunity where it may take you and where you are at that moment in time. Even if it's tomorrow, just because when you applied, you might have been thinking differently. So while it's hard to say no when you have multiple when you may only have one opportunity, have the faith the right job will present itself as you continue down that path, that as you will find what the job will find you, is what I'm saying. As much as you're seeking the job will find you too. So be selective.
That's fantastic news. Any idea about the house as well? Actually, just can I ask that, or is that too cheeky of me?
One question, because
Just
we're trying
because
to
we
get
have
that.
so many
Right.
people.
Okay.
And Jeff said the magic word tomorrow, because look, here's the sun is on the last degree of Leo, the thing that looks like a thresher. And when Leo is fun in the sun, and it's going to go into the sign of Virgo, everybody, which means all of a sudden everyone's going to realize, oh, I better get my ass in gear and get to work, because
Back to school.
back to school. So tomorrow everybody's all of a sudden going to start getting busy. So I guess that might be why I felt that you might be getting the job tomorrow, but in general, everyone is going to start realizing that summer's over, the harvest is coming, because that's why the symbol is a woman with a shaft of wheat, and it's time to get busy and harvest. So everybody, get to work.
Yes, sir.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Thanks for being part of Ask the Oracles. Hello, welcome back.
Hi.
Hello, nice to
Hi.
see you.
Great to see you too.
My question is, what do I need to know for the Virgo season?
Good question.
Good question. And
Good question.
Time, I like that. We're picking some
She got that.
This is coming up a lot today. Everybody,
Yeah.
the warrior, get to fighting, but he keeps a heart in his hand. This is, after all, Amy
I
Zerner's
did
art.
cover up the private part there.
Yeah, so it's a family show.
Ooh.
The warrior.
Well, keeping it in the family, but this is the contortionist. Oh my God.
One of my favorite
That's one
cards.
of my favorite cards.
I resist those who would have me bend to their will.
That's why she has to be a warrior.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
absolutely need to be a warrior for that. My goodness.
Yeah, stay
Oh,
in your
that-
center and stay with what you know is right for you, and don't try to contort yourself to everyone else's needs. That makes
thank
sense.
you so much.
Thank
That's
you.
what I needed to hear. And I
Thanks for being part of Ask the Oracles.
Be like a cat. There's no better contortionist warrior.
Hey.
Hey, Ron and Jacqueline, welcome back. It's been a while. So nice to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you for all your posts on Facebook.
Oh, we love doing it.
They're really helpful. Just, do you have a message for us?
Sure.
Yes, I think we do.
That's the great thing about the cards. If you use the cards, there's always a message.
The forgiver.
Oh, you guys,
Ooh.
I don't think you need this.
Well,
They seem
you
very
never
forgiving.
know.
They seem very forgiving.
Well, they have to forgive themselves
Ah, the hardest
for
one.
being human.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. We're human?
Working on it. Still working on it. Thank you.
I forgive myself and others with compassion for our human frailties. I should have that tattooed on my eyeball.
And I pulled the transformer. I
Yeah, that's
transform myself as a caterpillar transforms into a butterfly.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Plato
Thank
card.
you, guys.
That is a powerful card.
Yeah. Working on it.
See, this is what I mean. Amy's art is both beautiful and powerful, just like she is.
Oh,
It's true.
thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks for being part of our show. Hi, George. Welcome.
Actually, it's John. It says
Oh.
George John. My husband's name is George. I don't know why it comes
Oh,
up.
I'm
with
sorry,
that, but
John.
anyway, it's
You're joined together, George.
Yeah. How are you all doing? It's great to be here. Thank you so much for
Good.
having me.
See you.
We're an and couple too. It's Amy and Monty. Everyone wants to.
Right. My question is, I'm starting 2 new part-time singing jobs in September, and I'm a little nervous about it, you know. And the one is very strict. A lot of you have to learn a lot of music in like a month. Okay.
So what do you want to know?
So my question is, what advice do you have for me to be able to like cope with this, or anyway, that sort of thing.
It's very rare that I hear the spirits laughing, but I hear them laughing, and they're like, "You got this so easily," and it's like they don't understand why you're making a big deal out of it.
Right. I tend to be my own worst critic.
They're like, "What are you kidding me?" It's like, they're hearing the music already.
Well,
So
because you do kind of classical singing. I find classical musicians are the hardest on themselves.
yeah, they never jam.
This is the truthful. So just know in all these cases, you can speak your truth and be honest with the people that you're working with, and that will be respected.
Okay.
So you're going to be respected for who you are and what you speak and what you sing.
That's great. That's really good. Thank you. Yeah.
And I got I actually was laughing with Monty as he was talking, because yes, I that what Monty was saying was resonated loudly. I got the creator. I love playing the wonderful filled game of life creatively.
Okay.
So you're gonna like it.
Yeah. That's great. That's really good. Thank you so much. It's great to see you. Are you going to be at StarCon in 2023? Are you coming to that?
Virtually.
Virtually. Okay.
That's what homebodies,
Yeah, I'll be there in person. But anyway, I'll see you.
Thank you, John.
All right, take care. Thank you.
Hey, y'all.
Hello, Susan. Welcome back to Ask the Oracle.
Oh, thank you. It's so good to be here with y'all again. I have missed you terribly.
We missed you too. Are you? Did you just get home? Were you away traveling, or is that just pictures from another time?
Oh, that was another time.
Gotcha.
Another trip, but I'm asking you about a trip. How perceptive of you.
Okay.
Next week, I'll be 59, and it'll be 6 months till my first wedding. Oh, that's not me.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
That's okay. He's really cute though.
Ain't no babies in my house, as I said, 59. But and next week will also mark 6 months before I think our wedding. We haven't got a place, but this morning I sat with my karma cards, and they suggested a slightly less than 2-week honeymoon in Europe, singing Sacred Harp might be the way to go. So what should I keep in mind for planning a trip that will be safe, easy, fun, and soul thrilling for our honeymoon?
Well,
it's a funny answer. That's why we're laughing.
it is about a trip, right? Because there's a ship in the background.
Oh, wow.
But this is called The Loner. I enjoy being alone and getting in touch with my true feelings. So I think you have to think about what you would want if you're going by yourself.
And no, for my honeymoon.
I'm not saying you're going by yourself.
No, by
I'm just
yourself.
saying you have to be the boss of what happens.
Well, I don't think it means not to over plan too many activities, that the best time will be you two together, alone time, quiet time. In other words, it's not going to Disneyland or something like that.
See, that's really helpful right there.
In water, there's water in this picture. It's always what you see.
Yeah, that's definitely the travel
water.
over water card. What did you get?
I got, what did I get? I got the leaders. I know how to lead because I know what
He's
needs.
playing online poker there. I know it.
I know how to lead because I know what needs to be done. So how does that relate to you?
Yeah.
That's what Monty said too.
Well, what?
Yeah.
Great minds think alike.
You're the planner, you
Yeah.
you take the lead, you do it.
Yeah.
Well, and this has a
Go somewhere. I just do what she said, and I'm sure he loves you. He'll do whatever the hell you want.
That's so sweet. There's a bit of a double entendre in our Sacred Harp singing. When we stand in the square to lead, we're called leaders.
Well, there you go.
So that
Hello.
really that spoke to me of the honeymoon itself. Thank you, Jeff. Thank
Well,
you.
congratulations, finally, enjoy. And thank you for being part of Ask the Oracles, Susan. Great to see you.
Oh, likewise. Thank you all.
A founding member of Ask the Oracle.
And now a new guest coming from the edge of space, I suppose.
Yeah.
Hello. No, actually, I'm coming from Sweden, Stockholm, so maybe a bit far from you anyway. But
That's true.
actually, I'm changing my question. I'm facing actually very heavy legal charges this fall.
Ooh.
And it is like, yeah, due to very like unfortunate circumstances. And it's like really been depressed for me for like past half year. So I'm just wondering about like the outcome. And here in Sweden, we have like 2 instances of the law. And
So you want to know how to best deal with it, or what's the end result?
You know, I live in Sweden and not the US. So like the worst case scenario is like very like not so severe if it would be compared to United States of America, you know.
My understanding of Swedish law, unfortunately, comes from watching television shows. But
okay, no, but like here,
are you gonna?
like,
I have a question. Are you going to be facing 3 judges? Is that the way?
No, it's the system is completely different. I mean, like we have like how to translate, like there's like first court with 1 judge, and then there's like second court. You get like a second chance, you know, and they can judge you completely differently.
Yeah, because I felt that there's 1 judge that really understands your situation and is gonna help you.
Yeah, it's been like, sorry, I'm not crying, but it's so it's like first I think this fall it's coming up, and then you have to wait another year to make it like in the second court, and so the second court always has the final word, you know.
Well, I think it's going to be good. Anyway, This is the initiator. I think this might be the
First one, the first judge.
Maybe it's the first. Maybe the first one seemed like fire and brimstone.
Yeah, I think it will. I think it might actually fall around like this heavy eclipse in November, you know.
Yeah,
so
I think the second one is going to be better because this is talking about the initiator, which is a first thing. I overcome resistance and do what must be done now. But if you have good legal representation, I do feel that there is a judge that's going to understand your case.
yeah, and I you know, honestly, like the first judge, they can like tell you like, oh, you have to go to jail, and the second court can say like, oh, you will be completely free. So the second court has the final words, and in the first court there's like 1 judge, and then there's like 3 civilian people who have like some saying in it, you know. They have no legal background whatsoever. And the second
Okay, Jeff, is she going to jail or not?
No.
And now our court reporter.
No, she's not.
It's such a weird situation to be in, you know, if you know my other life.
No, but it is definitely a journey to get to the point that things will absolve, but it's going to take time.
Yeah.
Sorry,
but do you like a happy ending?
Yeah, no, it's painful. Happy ending, yes.
Painful.
Well, in the sense of the journey wasn't easy, but in the end, you're okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being part of Ask the Oracles.
Take good care.
Hi, everyone. Diana
Hello.
Weir here. Used to be from East Hampton. Miss you guys. I'm now in South Carolina, but I had a situation where I've kind of been involved in a long distance relationship that is a little different. And I was just wondering, I'm a very guarded person. I've been alone for 35 years and just wondering, how should I proceed, or should I proceed? Or because I'm
well, I don't
conflicted.
I don't trust any man, so that's my
I think if you're going to do it, just have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously. This is the playful card, creative card, you know, so as long as you take that attitude, I think it'll be good.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, because this is the creator.
Do you notice how we're pulling cards very similar, just out of phase from each other?
Yeah.
No surprise.
No surprise.
What did you get for that?
Oh my God! Wow.
Oh,
That's the sex card.
The lustful. I embrace
boy.
my individuality and sexuality as sacred gifts. Wow. That
Could
was a
be.
random pull.
Sounds kind of good. I'm an old broad, but what the heck?
What the heck? Just go for it.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Wow.
so much. Miss you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to communicate to everybody a message I got in the shower today. I was asking for a message and I have fun. That's an order.
Ooh,
Oh, of course.
that's a good T-shirt.
Yeah.
Rachel's our last question for today.
Oh my God.
We're over time, but Rachel's the last one. And in the chat, my loves, there is desire to have more of these. So maybe we could think about doing it a little bit more, maybe like once a month or something.
Maybe the next time there's a book coming out or some piece of art coming out or a showcase, we could do another show.
Once a month, because we miss everyone, and
yeah,
we felt
Exactly. There's a lot of love in the chat. So just so you know. Okay, I'll shush.
We should really read it. That's true.
Yeah. Definitely read the chat.
Hi. Thank you
Rachel.
for having me as the last one. Thank you. My question is, I'm applying to a couple jobs today. 5. I applied to one on Friday, but just wanted to get some cards in relation to that. Thank you.
Okay, well, as a psychic, I got the feeling that one of the people you applied to knows you and they really want you for this job.
I think it's going to be something you've never done before, because I get the experimenter, and that'll be the one that you like the best because it's something new and different.
Unless you applied to be an archer.
And I got the persistent. Is it persistent? I hold fast to my goals and ideals as I persevere.
Well, you do persevere, don't you?
Yeah. So you're not at the military anymore?
I am. I just I may be having a change of heart. I had sort of a rough tour emotionally for me, and just making sure. Yeah, the touring is real tough on me. So just my options open.
Yeah, and to what Monty said, I think it may be the person who's reviewing the job applications is somebody you know. Even if you apply to someone who you don't know, there's someone you do know who's involved in the saying approval process.
Yeah, it's got a good feeling.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And not just because you're my cousin.
Thank you, Rachel. Well, there you go. My goodness, what a show.
But we did do an extra 10 minutes, right? Or did we start?
We did. And as we say, as it's traditional, if it's Mondays, it's time for, sometimes anyway, Ask the Oracle. That is right. And we will be back in the future. Time to be determined, but we will be back. Thank you so much. Hope all of you had a wonderful summer, and much love and light to all of you. And thank you for all your support. It's very grateful for it. And Lauren, thank you for helping to produce this magic. We couldn't do this without you.
And thank you, Harry, wherever you are.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.